Hello and welcome to a brand new vlog that I'll be trying to run. See how regular I'll do it, but it's basically previews of all the up and coming matches and my predictions and my tips, and hopefully win you a bit of money on the accumulators if you were to include these my advice into your betting slips. So today the preview will be on the big real derby between Borussia Dortmund and Schalke. Obviously Borussia Dortmund doing very well in recent time, in this season anyway, a massive improvement to what they were last year. What I've done basically is I've decided to run the game on FIFA 16 to see what the computer believes will be the outright winner. Let me just load this up for you. Here we go. We've got Borussia Dortmund versus Schalke. So let me just run you through what I think the team will be for this particular game. Now, looking at the Borussia Dortmund team, I'm not sure if you can hear me actually. Let me turn that down a little bit for you. Do apologise for this, give me 1 second, slight technical error. Okay, so obviously looking at this guy here, Aubameyang has been in fantastic form this season. He's on 13 league goals. Looking at the starting lineup, you can see there that Gonzalo Castro will most likely start on the right wing position, given that Marco Reus is injured. Also, there is a look in here for Schmelzer or John Hu Park to compete a spot for the left back. As I mentioned, Reus is injured with a hamstring, so Castro should be on the right hand side. Jonas Hoffman and Adnan Januzaj of course are first options on the bench, but should manager Thomas Tuchel have to make any changes after Europa League this week, those are the two best options for him. Obviously Kagawa in good form this season after a really quiet last couple of years, to be honest with you. All in all though, Dortmund are expected to field their first choice, so it shouldn't be too much of a change there, apart from obviously losing their talisman Marco Reus, who's been in great form as you come to expect really. The injured players for Borussia Dortmund is Nuri Sahin, who's a long-term injury. Eric Durham loses his place on the left-back position, and other than that, Dortmund are pretty much full strength. Now looking at the Schalke team, Benedikt Howardez is out with a hand injury, but could be replaced by Roman Neustander. Junior Kaysera and Sasha Reither both have a starting chance of playing in the right-back position. Now at the moment, well not at the moment, last week, Jonathan Geiss Jonathan Geiss last week was sent off during the game against Bourussia Mönchengladbach with 10 minutes remaining. He has been Schalke's one of the best performances this season, playing very, very well. In fact, other than Max Meyer, Geiss has been in fantastic form. Only 21 years old, so he has broken through the team this season. So hopefully, if he continues that run of form, he should be good. Saying that though, as he is suspended today, we're looking at Sead Kolasinac, Kayan Ayan and Pierre-Emile Højbjerg, who are all options to replace him in central midfield. Now looking at the match facts, over the past 11 of the last 13 games, Borussia Dortmund have actually been involved with goals of over 2.5 goals per game. Borussia Dortmund have scored at least 2 goals in the last home matches, in the last 9 home matches I should say there, of every game, and Borussia Dortmund have been winning both half-time and full-time in 7 of their last 8 matches in the Bundesliga. So looking at that so far, Borussia Dortmund, as you'd come to expect, would be the favourites for the derby here, but you know, as in any derbies, you never know what's going to happen. Borussia Dortmund have also seen over 2.5 goals in 6 of the last 7 matches against Schalke in all competitions. Now bearing in mind the last fixture between the two at the Borussia Dortmund ground, Dortmund were winners, although Schalke did beat them at theirs. Given the home form that Borussia Dortmund do have, they do look like outright favourites. Dortmund currently sit in second and still want to extend the gap between themselves and Wolfsburg and Schalke. They're well balanced and strong at the back, and a very, very good counter-attacking team. I'm sure Reus will be badly missed, but Castro has been a very good deputy to that position. Also by the main fact that he does like to cut inside and create more of a distraction to the fullbacks when he's on those wings. Schalke have only won 1 of the last 4 matches and need to improve their balance again. They could drop their second striker in Franco De Santo for that purpose and start on a 4-2-3-1 formation in this game. Now, expect the Rugby derby to be a very intense game from the outset. Now, I actually believe De Santo might actually keep his place up front. Thinking about it, he has been in decent form. He has got good players running off of him. And the unfortunate thing for Schalke is they are suffering approximately 7 injuries, or 7 people are out anyway, including Jonas Gais, who's suspended. We're looking at Uchida, Nastasic, Gaifa, Hodja, and Sidney Sam, who is not available at the moment. Now, my tip for the game, now as you can see, we're running the game here on the big screen. Now, my tip for the game is actually for Bourussia Dortmund to win 2-1 and Aubameyang to score at any time in the game. So both teams to score. So if you're looking for a mad accumulator there, we will get some good bets there on Bets365 for the latest news. Now, looking at the game and looking at the teams, you've got to put Dortmund favourites. They're very, very fantastic. I mean, looking at their best players on the pitch, they're all pretty much. If we're looking at WhoScored.com average ratings, we've got Mkhitaryan 7.8 ratings, Aubameyang 7.8, and we've also got Gündogan at 7.5. So attacking wise, Bourussia Dortmund have been very solid. And Schalke, again, their best players really have been Matip, defensive player, Goretzka, can't pronounce his name properly, I do apologise, and as I mentioned before, Jonas Gais. So again, defensive players have been Schalke's best players. Albeit it has worked because they are in the top 4 of the Bundesliga and looking for a Champions League place. But in terms of my opinion, I'd have to go with a Bourussia Dortmund win and a 2-1 scoreline. I wasn't expecting the game to run out for so long, but basically, if we go back to the game that I actually recorded on FIFA 16, I'll show you what happened here. We actually finished off winning the game. Well, Bourussia ended up winning the game 1-0 with an Aubameyang goal. Take that if you win as a fate or something, if you want to put that towards your accumulator, that's up to you. There's the goal, as you can see there. That was, in fact, the winning goal for Bourussia Dortmund in this particular game. I did run the game 3 times, and in actual fact, all 3 times Dortmund would win by 1 goal with Aubameyang definitely scoring. Now, there is no perfect science to that, but that is what has come out about the particular video that I shot. Now, if you have a look here in the video, all computer played. I did not play any part in this whatsoever. Controllers in the middle, and great goal for FIFA 16 there. So as I mentioned, this is hopefully going to be the first of many videos that I'm going to be making. I'm going to be previewing at least one game every weekend. Today, obviously, the Bundesliga. I will be changing it up, so you will be getting different videos from different leagues in the world. I would like to try to do a lot of South American previews, and also maybe some Asian club games. I know a lot of it gets ignored slightly, and I want to kind of put my views across on those different types of leagues there. Please leave a comment, leave any details, leave anything, any information, want me to include anything, speak about a particular subject, or if there's any way I can improve the video. Hopefully this has been nice to watch. This is my first of many, as I say. So yeah, do leave a comment, and I look forward to hearing you guys soon. Cheers. Peace.